Studios.
The Buzzard.
The home of the Buzzard.
This is 100.7 WMMS.
Cleveland.
Hello, we're glad you're here. If you need assistance or just have a question, our associates will be glad to help you anytime.
Call the Alan Cox Show. 216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
35192. Send me a text. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, you can leave talkback messages there for us. Comedian Colin Quinn is going to be here in a bit, doing some shows over at Hilarities, running around the corner. Tomorrow, Frank Caliendo will join me here on the show. We'll be out on Monday, but Tuesday, legendary actress Jacqueline Bisset is going to talk to me about a new movie she's got coming out. And then tomorrow, we're going to be giving away that pair of tickets to see Taylor Swift in Pittsburgh, Saturday night at Acrisure Stadium. It's Father's Day weekend. There's going to be dads here at the window in their best Taylor Swift getup. And my daughter will judge. So that'll be tomorrow, one pair of tickets for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour in Pittsburgh. As this has gone on over the past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of guys say, do I have to be a dad? And you don't. But Father's Day weekend was just the entree into this. But no, you don't have to be a dad. You could easily win these tickets, turn around and sell them. Probably to everybody else who lost.
Yeah, someone
right?
online.
You could turn you could turn right around and sell them. I mean,
your
you know,
email? Yeah.
if somebody wants to Venmo you $3,000. So the contest is tomorrow, right around 3:30. We'll have people here at the window.
You're gonna want to do that over Zelle.
Zelle?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
It's just account to account. It's basically just wiring it straight to your account.
Oh yeah, that's better than Venmo.
Yeah. I think so. I like Zelle.
Okay.
Zelle boy.
Yeah, but then you have to have their bank information.
No,
right?
you can do it with names and phone numbers.
Oh,
and stuff
yeah?
like that, yeah.
Well, there you go. Hashtag not an ad.
Not.
Okay. Mary had her Survivor. Audition isn't the right word. It was.
Well,
It's a casting call.
Casting call, yeah. Well, so while
Is there a couch?
there was no couch. It was just on the patio of a bar.
Definitely not going to get it.
So.
By the way, somebody said to Mary, go to the boardwalk and get the bisque because it's definitely worth the diarrhea.
No, that will kill me. I cannot have shellfish, which I also did not disclose.
Oh,
to
right.
this
Out of all the
call.
things you told them, you didn't tell them that you can't
No.
have shellfish.
I'm not gonna say that out front.
But
So
then
here's-
if they cast you and you tell them I can't have shellfish, then
And
what's
then
going to
they're
happen?
like,
they're
"Oh,
going to
well,
replace
bye."
you.
Whatever, I don't care.
But at least
so,
you know you got picked.
right. So you're in line for 2
She's
hours.
like Poundcake with the proposals.
Yes. We'll figure it out.
A girl likes to be asked.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
We're in line for 2 hours with people who are like hardcore fans of the show. And apparently you get money regardless. So you get paid to come on the show. So even the first person who gets voted off, there was some discrepancies over the amount. One girl was swearing that it was $7,500, that the first person voted off still gets $7,500. And then a couple people were all like,
Probably more than that.
no, because everyone else was like, no, it's only $2,500. So
$2,500.
they were saying hers was like way too high of an evaluation. She's like, no,
Huh.
I know this person on ticket. Like,
Because they pay for all the other expenses. They figure we'll give you $8,000 to get you out of our hair.
right.
Yeah.
But you don't get out of their hair. You have to stay the entire filming process.
Yeah, because people can't know you got voted off.
Right. So what they do is they pay for you to have a vacation on this island.
Yeah.
So if you are the first
I got kicked off the first day.
That's what I said. I was like, if you're the first person voted off, you're making at least $2,500. Seemed to be the consensus around the
Which is
line.
not a lot of money, but if you get a
6
40-day,
week,
6-week vacation.
Is that how long the shooting schedule is? 6 weeks?
They said 46 days is usually what the shooting schedule is.
Okay.
So that's, a month and a half, a month and 16 days that you get to be put up for free. All of your food is taken care of. And
All of your Jeff Probst time is taken care
all
of.
of that. And you are paid at least, like I said, again, my information's coming from the line, $2,500.
Are you
and
paid? Are
you can
paid?
play with yourself, which is important to Poundcake because he doesn't want to do it on camera.
Right.
Are you paid each week that you last on the show?
You are paid more. It's not like a weekly or a daily rate, but you're paid more the longer you last. So, like,
Gotcha.
second place makes $100,000. third place makes 75 grand.
Yeah.
So like you are still making money while you're there. They were saying how like one girl who got voted off in the middle of the season, she made it like 3 or 4 weeks and she walked with $30,000.
Yeah.
So like you're making money regardless. I mean, it's obviously very, very hard. But I mean, think about that. Worst case scenario, you're making $2,500 in a free 6 weeks.
Not only that, but I mentioned this a little earlier. The only people I know from that show, or the only seasons I watched, were 2 seasons that a couple friends of mine were in, and one of them didn't win her season, but they brought her back for Survivor All-Stars, and she
Yes.
won that and got $1 million.
Yes. So that's the other thing is that once you're on, you are much, much, much more likely to be recast. So a lot of these people, if they're popular with the audience, they'll get on 2, 3, 4 seasons. And then from there, you can even come back and do All-Stars, or you get paid to come back and do the reunion show.
Well,
That's why
even-
people have
even-
made, like in the 20th century, people have made a career out of just being a
Reality stars, 'cause
yeah,
then they do
a
these
competition
other-
show person.
Yeah, competition show things like that. There was the one that I watched on Peacock where it was
Not the circle.
not the circle, but like it was, but they pulled from a bunch of people that were on different reality shows,
Right.
And so I can't remember what it's called.
It was called something.
The challenge?
Love Island.
No, not Love Island. It was the I don't know. They got the murder people, like pretend murder people.
Yeah.
It's in a castle.
The Traders with your boy, our
Yeah,
boy
that was
Alan
it.
Cumming.
Yeah, Traders.
Yeah.
But even besides like all the reality shows, they do appearances too. Because I remember
Comic-Cons, like all kinds of
'cause
stuff.
I remember when I was in what was it? It was Myrtle Beach Club Karma. It was a teen club, and they had like these stupid people from MTV come down. Like they had like CT that was gonna make an appearance there. So you get club appearances. Now that would be perfect for you because you don't even drink, so you would just literally get paid to sit there and take pictures with people.
Right.
But yeah, they do that stuff.
There's a show on Hulu I saw a promo for called Claim to Fame. The Jonas Brothers, or it's on ABC. But
Oh yeah, where it's the,
it's siblings of famous people.
Oh, I love
and you have
that.
to like figure out
Who they're related to.
Oh, they had the
God.
bonus Jonas on there, I'm sure.
So you
The
can get on
bonus
Survivor,
Jonas.
Mary, get on Survivor, and then you can do the claim
Then
to
your
fame
siblings
thing
will be
with
on Claim
Elena.
to
Oh,
Fame.
see,
Yeah.
yeah, that would
There you
be
go.
perfect.
Yeah.
Or she can get more famous on OnlyFans, and then you could be her claim to
However
fame.
it works. Yeah.
What if your
but
sister got cast on Survivor just from OnlyFans?
I don't
They
think
just,
that's how it
they
works.
just. How does anything work anymore? They pluck people from obscurity all the time and slap them on television.
Like I'm an influencer. Like she has to probably play like the dopey character. Like I'm an influencer.
Well,
Well, no, they just go, oh, I like to cut her jib. Let's throw her on.
there was a girl a couple people ahead of us of my little group that recognized me and she's like, "Oh my God, Mary Santora! I thought that was you." Blah blah. And then the one girl in our group looks at me and goes, "Oh my God, are you an influencer?" That's the first thing. She's like, "Are you like internet famous?" I was like, "Sure, we can say
Internet
that."
famous.
But the other thing that I found interesting was the casting process itself. So this is step 1. Is the open casting call and the video submissions that you can do online. No. Next is you meet with like a casting producer regionally. So you would go to like Chicago or Atlanta and you have an
Was that a Chicago accent you were trying?
Chicago. You go to Chicago.
Hey, look at that. So you go to Chicago or whatever. Good. I like it.
Julian Pepperwood. I don't like thin crust pizza. No, thank you.
So you go to like a regional interview where you have like a full half hour, 45-minute interview that's like more in depth. Once you pass that level, then they fly you to LA and you have to undergo all this is information from
Electroshock
other people
therapy?
in line. Yes. This is all from other people in line. Once you make it to the 3rd round, you go to LA for a week and it's both physical and mental evaluations.
God, all of the hoops you got to jump through. So the people who are on Survivor have done a lot to
Yes.
get there.
And this is when Cody's like, they might cast a fat person. I'm like, there's no way. They're not going to cast someone who's 400 pounds. You have to go through a mental evaluation. You
Well,
have to
not
go through
that
a
big.
physical evaluation.
Not that
You have
big,
to-
but they're not. But those casts are not top to bottom hard bodies either.
No, but they're not. I mean, they all have skills of survival of some sort, right? So you have to go through that. And then after you go through that, once you pass the mental and physical evaluation, from there is where they pick the 20 people.
What if they do a fat person season where you are the island?
There you go. That could be it. Everyone has to survive off of you.
Yeah.
Can a
But
bill.
yeah. So it's like that's why they're starting the process now in June because this thing doesn't tape until next May.
Right.
So they're like, they
No,
have
I thought it was May of 2025.
No, it'll air in 2025. But it doesn't tape until next year. So yeah, it's not a
It's
simple
a long
process.
lead up.
Long
Yeah.
process, yeah.
Yeah, and so even after that, even after you go, you could pass the mental and physical evaluation and then still not make it. And then from there is when you get into like after you make it, they have to take you out for classes where they have to make sure you know how to build a fire, you know how to build a shelter, like all the basics of survival. You have to take like a 2-week course on how to live off of an island.
So I have a question though about the gays that you were in line with.
They're so cute. I'll send you a picture.
I was gonna say, were they hoping to get cast together, or are they okay with getting cast separately?
The one guy was more into it than the other. And so they both had time off work and just came up from Florida. And we're like, screw it. We'll both apply. We have friends in Columbus. So we'll just
Of course they do. See,
Yes.
the Rainbow Mafia, man. I'm telling you, of course they have friends in Columbus.
So they're like, we'll just make a week of it. We'll both apply, see what happens. And if nothing else, we had a cool experience. And that seemed to be a lot of the vibe was, hey, we're probably not going to get cast. And then there were some of those people who are like, this is my 27th audition.
I wonder how many people, since they have to cast a net for way more people, obviously, than they will eventually need because they're winnowing it down. There's probably some attrition for people who might get to the second or third stage and they just say, screw it. People who like peel themselves off.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many people they pick to do that first phase.
Yeah, and that's the thing that nobody could agree on was the numbers.
Because a finished cast is what, a dozen people?
20. It said either
Oh, it's 20 people?
Either 18 or 20 teams.
Oh, I didn't know it was that many people. Okay.
2 teams of either 9 or 10
Okay.
is what they start with.
So if you're the person who wins the whole thing, you've been doing it for like a year.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not you show up or you send in your video and you're automatically on the show after a 90-second video. That's not it.
Well, no, not from this point, but I didn't realize there were so many things they had you do.
I didn't know you had to undergo a mental evaluation. I was like, that's where they're going to kick me out.
Well, judging on who they have on reality TV, who thought anybody was going through mental evaluations?
Maybe that's why they included it.
Yeah,
now.
but I think there's also part of it where they're like, we want you to be a little bit.
Right. We don't want somebody psychotic.
Yeah, but we want
We don't want somebody
we
that's
want
gonna
someone emotional though.
Stab you on the beach in your sleep, but somebody who, an easy crier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's Mary Santora.
Yeah. So it was a cool experience. I mean, I'm very glad I went early. Both like the 10:15 and the 11 o'clock ferries were sold out. And I was like, no shot are these people making it through, because we got there at 9. We didn't get through until 12:30. And then when I walked out, I posted a video on my Instagram.
That line is insane.
It was wild. I couldn't even see the end of it. And then there was another bar a quarter of a mile away who had the exact same, if not bigger line. And I was like, there's no way, like, what a waste of your time to get there at noon. You're not going to make it through this line of 2,000 people in 4 hours.
Was there any reason why they chose Put-in-Bay, and then where did you say the other casting place was?
So this was the other thing that nobody in line seemed to be able to agree on, that of a large contingency said there were only 2 open casting calls. There was one in Oregon, and then there was this one in Put-in-Bay.
That can't be right.
And then other people were like, no, I thought there was one down here or one down there. And then there were like adamant people were like, no, this is one of 2 open casting calls. So apparently,
I wonder why.
I think it's to weed people out. Because they're like, if you really want to be on this show,
You have to go-
fly to Ohio.
You have to go to Ohio.
Take a boat.
Yeah.
Wait in line. Like
That's
what I
step
thought.
one.
Yeah.
How badly do you want to be on TV? I mean, I want to be famous. I don't want to go to Ohio.
Right. But there
Wow.
were people from everywhere, dude. There was people from Nevada, from California, from like the 2 gay guys were from Florida. Like there were people from all over the country coming to this. I was shocked when people were like, yeah, I've been doing this and I traveled for that and this is my 27th audition. And blah,
Oh,
blah,
these
blah.
are a lot. These are people that are like regular reality show auditioners.
It was like 50-50.
That's a sickness in and of itself.
Half the people were like, no, this is my first time. I had a comped flight, so I came in from San Diego or whatever, which is, wow. But there was one lady who this was her, I keep saying 27th audition. This was her 27th audition. She's like a professional bodybuilder, and she looked like she was probably in her late 50s, early 60s. Great shape, but she's like, yeah, I keep auditioning. She said the one time she made it to the second or third part. I don't know if she made it to the mental and physical evaluation, but she was saying that she's gotten callbacks multiple times. And she just keeps auditioning just over and over and over again. Like,
so it's not like they're keeping you in their backup files.
No.
You got to start from scratch every time.
Yeah. But she was saying how frustrating it is to be someone like her who's auditioned 27 times and then they pick the same cast members. So, like, once you're on the show, then you can be on it 4 more times.
You think she'd get the hint?
Yeah, right.
By now.
Yeah, it was like...
You're not breaking through, Granny.
It was...
No matter what your traps
Or
look
they're
like.
waiting for her 30th audition and being like, now we'll bring you on.
The balloon drop. Yeah. Right. Well, they always have 1 or 2 people who are, aged.
I just thought it was so cool to see kind of the behind the scenes of it, where it was like, oh, damn, like, this is intense.
I did the America's Got Talent audition a while ago, but I had a producer reach out to me, so I didn't have to, like, do as much of a line. Like, there was still a little bit of a wait, but I had, like, kind of a fast pass to just get into the audition and get out, so I was only there for, like, an hour.
Yeah.
So that was nice, but it was downtown Cleveland. It wasn't like I had to go to Put in Bay. So I give you props for getting on the ferry and going over there and doing all that stuff.
Well, if nothing happens, nothing happens. I met some cool people and it was fun. But if something does happen, like,
neat.
That'd be awesome, The blow up the show and blow up socials or blow up, maybe sell tickets. I mean, there could be, or it could be nothing. They could be like, this chick is a train wreck and we absolutely cannot have her.
Does anybody watch Nora from Queens with Awkwafina?
No.
It's so funny. Well, if you don't watch it, it won't make any difference. But they have an episode where she's on a...
You know what this is, though?
What?
Another obscure show that nobody's ever heard of.
I mean, there have to be people... It's on Comedy Central. It's Awkwafina. Like, it's a funny show. I assume people are watching Nora from Queens. They just, like, renewed it for... Anyway, she gets on a reality show called Too Hot to Survive, where, like, Ken Jeong's the host. They're on a beach, and they find out a little too late that, like, you don't get voted off, you get blown up with a grenade or something, and you get killed. And but if you're not watching it, I would recommend you do, because it's a very funny show. But I can't imagine it's some obscure thing that I'm the only one watching it. I mean, I can't. As much as producers have called me and said, Alan, could you please prop our shows up by watching them when no one else is? I tell them, I'm just one man. I haven't even had my physical and mental evaluation yet. Don't be green-lighting Comedy Central sitcoms just based on my thumbs up or thumbs down.
But I guess people said that, like, being on medication doesn't prohibit you from being on there. That they, like,
no, because everybody's on medication.
Yeah, you're allowed, if you're on antidepressants, so, yeah, bring your pills. We'll let you take them every day.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they have to do that, too, legally.
Right, but I'm saying that if you're on antidepressants or an anti-anxiety medication, that doesn't make you less likely to get on.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
That's right. Colin Quinn is going to join us shortly. He's doing a couple of nights at Hilarities right around the corner. He's going to be doing one show tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. You can go to hilarities.com for the details. If you want to get a text in for something, 35192. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, you can message us there, and we'll be back.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to Las Vegas.
2 nights.
September 22nd and 23rd.
1 stage.
At T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live. Only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Never seen before collaborations.
And once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
iHeartRadio!
Capital One cardholders can grab their iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets right now before anyone else. Tickets are only available while pre-sale tickets last, or until tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Don't miss.
Foo Fighters.
Fall Out Boy.
Kelly Clarkson.
Kane Brown.
Lil Wayne.
Lenny Kravitz.
Miguel.
Public Enemy.
Sheryl Crow.
Tim McGraw.
TLC.
30 Seconds to Mars.
And that's not all. Add a Capital One Access Pass to your pre-sale purchase to attend an exclusive pre-concert event with a private performance from Fall Out Boy. Only available during the cardholder pre-sale. Pre-sale tickets are limited and will go fast, so visit